everyone. I'm down here at the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles for there's like a little thing in the foyer about the museum's fossil discovery, so we'll be taking a look at that. And yeah, the elephant behind me, one of my earliest memories is of that elephant. And I don't know, I don't think we'll be doing that much today because I'll be coming back here in a couple of months for the new dinosaur hall. So let's go check out what they got in the foyer. Alright folks, here's the main event. The little curator's cabinet here at the museum where museum's scientists come out and show you what they've been working on, what the museum does and all that. This section here is on fossils from Tibet, presented by Dr. Xiaoming Wang, who was asked not to appear on camera. Can you at least say hi?
Hi.
Alright. Anyway, so on to business. What's this you got here?
So here is the snow leopards fossils, and this is the fossils of snow leopard skull on the top view, as compared to a modern snow leopard. You can see that it is very similar to the modern, it's just a touch smaller than the modern snow leopard. So the snow leopards are known only in the modern Tibetan Plateau. So to find an ancestral snow leopard is very important to trace its origins. This is about 3 million years, 3.2 million years of age. So it's a really ancient snow leopard. You can see the lower jaw, and the upper jaw, and then you can see the teeth. Comparing the teeth of these two snow leopards, very, very similar to each other. So besides snow leopard, we also have antelope. So this is a twisted horned antelope we call Antilospera. This may be a jaw of the same antelope. This is no longer present in Tibetan Plateau. So it's one of those extinct animals that we find in Tibet.
How can you tell what kind of antelope it is?
Well, is because it has a distinct twist of the horn. So the horn core is actually twisted around. So it's a particular kind that is really characteristic of the Antilospera that are lived in the Pliocene of North China and elsewhere. Yep. So this is very distinct animal that's easy to identify. Mm-hmm. We also have deers, lots of deers. In fact, this particular one is a skull. This is the ventral view of the skull with this is the orbit. The dorsal view is like this. And this is the front and this is the back. This particular one is a female individual because it has no antlers. So you can see there's a couple of bumps in here, but no real true antlers. So a male deer of the same kind might look like this. So this is a single antlers. So it's a broken one that probably is a much larger individual, probably live like this.
The antler base is almost as big as the skull.
Yeah. Well, this is a much larger individual than this. So, but nonetheless, they may share some similarities to each other. So we also have jaws of these particular deer. You can see that the jaw is a relatively old individual. The teeth are all worn down. Very little of the teeth has been left, particularly in the premolars in here. So this is an probably a male old deer. Probably belong to the same kind of groups. And finally, we have another different kind of antelope. This particular antelope probably is ancestor to the modern Tibetan antelope called pantalops. This is an endangered species in modern Tibet, but this is what we find about 10 million years ago in Tibet.
10 million years, huh? I see it's still in its jacket. Why is that?
Well, because this particular antler is very fragile. You can see that the bones is very fragile. The bone is, you can see, if you take it out, we might damage it. But eventually, we probably will take it out to fix it or consolidate it, maybe.
Very, very carefully, I imagine.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
So, how old are these fossils? Like, what's the range?
Well, the range is from 3.2 to about 10 million years of age, or up to 11. Animals, the bones of these darker colors are about 3 to 4 million years. This one is maybe about 4 million. And this is probably the oldest one, probably about 9 to 10 million years in age. They are from different basins in Tibetan Plateau, so it's not all from the same spot.
And so what's so interesting about these fossils from Tibet?
They are interesting because they are adapted to a very special environment in Tibet. Tibet are high in elevation, and also they are cold. So these animals live in an environment that is very different from elsewhere. So, for example, some of these animals probably have very thick coat or hairs, like this woolly rhino. This particular ancestral woolly rhino we found in Tibet, presumably they can actually use the horns to sweep snow.
Alright, so when you're not digging up fossils in the backwaters of Asia, what do you do here at the museum?
Well, I do research mostly in my office, working on these fossils, and also go to places elsewhere in Southern California, in Mexico, to dig fossils.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jiaming Wang. You ought to be a hand model.
Okay.
All right. Here we just got the I'm not sure how the microphone works. If you can hear me, this little skull of, they call it a walrus whale, Odobenocetops, from South America. I think mainly Peru they found this guy. And basically he acted like a walrus. He was a dolphin who thought he was a walrus. He went along the ocean floor sucking up mollusks, just like walruses do today. Kind of see, here's a little model of it. It's got the lopsided tusks, basically, this animal. The females both had short tusks, but the males had like one short, one really long one. So we've heard they think they use that for jousting between each other. You know, either, imagine mates being the most probable cause with these guys. Yeah, there's some other stuff on this table, but Dr. Thomas has asked me not to disclose that, for will eventually provide remarkable breakthroughs in the Super Soldier program. Or, crap, I said too much. Alright, here we go at the third table. We've got a whole bunch of Ice Age stuff that's not from the La Brea tar pits. You know, they're kind of this stereotype that, you know, all fossils in Southern California, all Ice Age fossils are from the La Brea tar pits. Well, these are all fossils that have been found in the LA area that didn't get pulled out of a pool of tar. Like this right here. This is the teeth, kind of bit of upper jaw, from a midget mammoth that lived on the Channel Islands. Yeah, I'm calling it a midget because scientists haven't figured out whether to call them dwarfs or pygmies. So I say know what? Problem solved. Just call them midgets. Little midget mammoth, or if they want a politically correct version, they are little person mammoths. And then over here, very interesting skull here from a, they have it labeled as an American black bear, but scientists are working on trying to figure out if it actually is, because if you can see the black bear behind it, that's an American black bear from today. And then in front of it, you have this skull that's much bigger, much more robust, shorter snout. Almost looks like a grizzly bear. It'll be interesting to see what they find on that.
You just got that.
And then here's the humerus, or upper arm bone, of a giant sloth called Paramylodon, which is a common sloth in Southern California. You see there's what it would have looked like. I love sloths, they're awesome. There's the Ice Age version.
Don't leap for joy now.
And then over here we have a horse skull, that's the actual fossil from a Custo pit in Orange County. And they had this fun little activity where you could paint a cast of it, just like scientists do. I don't know.
Three-legged leapers. Ever seen one of them?
Science is fun. All sorts of, they're basically rabbit skulls from McKittrick up in Kern County. Lots and lots of fossil rabbit skulls. Basically living the dream. Dr. Xiaoming Wang wanted to go look at the other table, so he asked me to helm the Tibetan fossils here. And this is waiting my whole life to do something like this, but all good things come to an end, as I'm sure when he gets back. Alright, before we go, I just wanted to show you, this is what I mentioned earlier. Right there. As that's all will be coming back in a couple of months to come see. I managed to peek through the cracks there. I could see Stegosaurus going up, I could see their Curathosaurus plaque. So just from that little bit I can tell that this is going to be really cool, and I can't wait to share it with you guys come July.